Imagine you are standing at the edge of a storm. Thunder roaring, winds tearing through everything around you. But inside, you feel calm. How is it possible to remain steady when everything outside is chaos? How do we learn to control what we can and accept what we cannot? Have you ever felt trapped by your own emotions, powerless against anger, fear, or doubt? What if there was a way to change your inner world instantly, no matter what life throws at you? Think of a man walking through a burning forest. The flames surround him, smoke fills the air, yet he moves with purpose, without panic. That is not luck. It is a choice, a mastery of mind over the storm of chaos. What if we could all learn to walk through our own burning forests, without fear, without losing ourselves? Welcome to Book Boost. Here, we explore timeless truths that help us grow stronger, wiser, and more in control of our lives. If you find these words meaningful, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, because your journey toward inner power deserves the right company. Please drop down your one thought on believe in yourself in comments. Your voice matters here. The truth is this: instant change is not magic. It is a decision, one rooted deep in how we understand ourselves and the world. The ancient philosophers taught us that while we cannot always control what happens outside, we can control our reactions inside. This is the first step toward real freedom. When we see our emotions as guests, sometimes loud, sometimes quiet, we stop being their servants. We become their masters. To change instantly, we must step back and watch ourselves like a silent guardian. Anger, fear, and sadness lose their power when we refuse to feed them with attention. Instead, we ask, is this feeling helping me, or is it holding me back? From this simple question comes strength. From this moment of pause comes control. As we move deeper into this path, remember, the power to change is already inside you. It has always been there. The challenge is to awaken it, to breathe life into the dormant part of your soul that knows how to stand firm, no matter the storm. Are you ready to find that part of yourself? Let's begin. The silent fortress, cultivating fortitude amidst chaos. There is a strength that makes no noise. It doesn't shout. It doesn't need to be seen. It lives quietly, deep inside the person who has chosen to master themselves. This strength is called fortitude. It is not about winning arguments or proving points or being loud when the world gets loud. Fortitude is about standing firm, like a mountain in a storm. It is the quiet power to remain unshaken when everything around you is falling apart. In life, chaos is not rare. The world will throw problems at you. People will misunderstand you, speak harshly to you, betray you, disappoint you. You will lose things, face failures, feel pain. The nature of life is unpredictable. But what if you could be ready for all of it? Not by running away or hiding, but by standing with calmness inside. That's what the Stoics did. They did not try to change the world. They tried to change how they responded to it. Epictetus, once a slave, said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This simple truth carries more power than any weapon. Because once you understand that your reactions are within your control, you no longer need to fear the chaos. A storm cannot harm a stone unless the stone chooses to move. And we, like that stone, have the choice not to be moved by every little wind that blows. This does not mean we become cold or careless. It means we become still. We observe. We choose when and how to act. We build our inner fortress, not with walls made of pride or anger, but with acceptance, patience, and clarity. You've felt it before, that rush of emotion when someone says something cruel, that heat in your chest when life doesn't go your way, that voice that tells you to fight back, to shout, to defend yourself. But ask yourself, what does that reaction bring you? Does it fix the problem? Or does it only pull you deeper into the noise? The truth is, most situations don't need a reaction. They need a response. A response is thoughtful. A response is measured. And sometimes, the most powerful response is silence. Not weakness, not fear, but a silence that says, I have nothing to prove. I know who I am. This kind of silence is a weapon sharper than anger, stronger than revenge. Seneca, the Roman philosopher, once wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." Challenges are not just obstacles. They are tests. They are chances for us to rise above what we once were. Every time life pushes you, you have a choice. Be thrown around by it, or use it to grow. The ones who grow are those who welcome discomfort, not because they enjoy suffering, but because they know that growth lives there. You cannot become stronger without resistance. You cannot build your silent fortress in soft ground. It is pain that shapes us, that forces us to dig deeper into our character. When we stop running from hardship and instead face it with steady eyes, we become something new, something unbreakable. There is a great misunderstanding in the world. Many believe power is found in controlling others. But real power, lasting power, is only found in controlling yourself. Not letting your emotions rule your actions. Not letting outside chaos destroy your inner peace. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He ruled a vast empire, but he knew the most difficult kingdom to rule was the one within. How do we build this kind of strength? It starts with awareness. You must watch yourself closely. Notice your reactions. Notice what triggers you. Are you quick to anger? Do you often speak before thinking? Do you let fear guide your choices? None of these make you weak, but they do make you vulnerable to the noise. The moment you become aware of these habits, you can begin to change them. Change doesn't happen all at once. A fortress is not built in a day. It is built brick by brick, moment by moment. Each time you choose not to react in anger, you lay a stone. Each time you pause before speaking, you add another. Each time you forgive, when you could have hated, your walls grow stronger. Over time, you become someone others cannot shake, someone even you can trust in times of pain. And let this be clear, being calm does not mean being passive. A Stoic is not someone who allows injustice or cruelty. But instead of reacting wildly, a Stoic acts wisely, with intention, with discipline. You become the eye of the storm, the center where all is still. From this stillness, you can see more clearly. From this stillness, you can decide how to use your energy, your voice, your actions, for good, not destruction. People will often mistake this for weakness. They will wonder why you don't fight back, why you stay quiet, why you walk away. Let them wonder. You are not here to meet their expectations. You are here to master your soul. You are here to find peace in the middle of war. That is not weakness. It is rare, sacred strength. There is a reason the Stoics rode in quiet places, far from crowds and noise. They knew the real battle was not out there. It was inside. And so must we learn to sit with ourselves, to face the things we hide, to look our emotions in the eye without fear, to ask ourselves, again and again, is this helping me grow, or is this holding me back? Build your silent fortress, not with force, but with presence, with restraint, with love for your higher self. Let your calmness speak louder than your anger ever could. Let your discipline become your loudest statement. In the end, the world may not understand your silence. It may mock your calmness, but inside, you will know something they do not. You will have touched real freedom. The freedom to be unmoved by chaos. The freedom to choose peace over noise. The freedom to walk forward, no matter the storm. That is fortitude. That is power. And that is the way of those who seek to live, not loudly, but wisely. Mastering the inner dialogue, the path to emotional sovereignty. Every battle worth fighting is first fought within. Before we conquer the world outside, we must conquer the turmoil inside. Our minds are often like wild forests where countless voices shout at once. Doubts, fears, regrets, hopes, and desires all tangled together. These voices shape how we feel, how we act, and ultimately, who we become. To master ourselves, we must learn to master this inner dialogue. The mind is not a passive space. It is active, alive, and constantly speaking to us. Yet, most people do not realize how much power this internal conversation holds over their emotions and decisions. The ancient thinkers knew this well. They understood that the root of our suffering lies not in the events themselves, but in the stories we tell ourselves about those events. Imagine your mind as a courtroom. Every thought is like a witness giving testimony. Some thoughts try to condemn you with accusations of failure and weakness. Others defend you with words of courage and hope. Which voices do you listen to? Which do you believe? The first step in mastering your inner dialogue is awareness. We must catch ourselves in the moment when a thought arises. Without this awareness, the mind drifts in its usual patterns, repeating old stories that keep us stuck. When you notice a negative thought creeping in, I am not enough, this is too hard, or I will fail, stop. Observe it like a passing cloud, without judgment. This simple act creates space. In that space, you have a choice. You can accept the thought as truth, or you can question it. You can ask yourself, is this really true? Does this thought serve me? Often, you will find that these harsh thoughts are just fears wearing the mask of truth. They are not facts. They are opinions born from doubt and pain. By questioning your inner voice, you begin to take back control. You change the narrative from one of defeat to one of strength. This does not mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is fine. It means facing reality with clear eyes and a steady heart, refusing to let destructive thoughts dictate your actions. The wise knew that emotions follow thoughts. When the mind is filled with calm and reasoned thoughts, the heart will find peace. When the mind churns with fear and anger, the heart will be restless and heavy. This is why mastering your thoughts is the path to mastering your emotions. Practice this every day. When a troubling thought appears, meet it with a calm question. Train your mind like a gardener tends to weeds, pulling out those thoughts that harm you and nurturing those that help you grow. Over time, this practice builds emotional sovereignty, the ability to remain steady regardless of external chaos. Emotional sovereignty is not about suppressing feelings. It is about understanding them, not letting them overwhelm you. It is about knowing that you are greater than your fears, your anger, your sadness. These emotions come and go, but your core remains unshaken. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, who said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. These words remind us that true power does not lie in controlling the world, but in controlling ourselves. When you master your inner dialogue, you become like a calm lake, reflecting the sky without distortion. No matter what storms rage above, the lake remains clear and still. This clarity allows you to see the world as it is, not through the fog of fear or anger, but with honest eyes. The road to this mastery is not easy. The mind is trained by years of habit to react quickly and often harshly. Changing this takes patience and practice. But each moment you choose awareness over reaction, you strengthen the part of you that can stand firm. We are not alone on this path. The greatest minds in history walked it before us, and their teachings light the way. They showed us that the mind, once trained, can be a fortress, impenetrable by the chaos of life. So, listen closely to your inner voice. Become the judge of your own thoughts. Reject those that weaken you. Embrace those that empower you. In doing this, you step into your true strength, a strength that no external force can take away. This mastery is freedom. Freedom from being ruled by fleeting emotions, freedom from the chains of doubt, freedom to act with calm and courage in any moment. Let us walk this path together, shaping our minds into instruments of peace and power. In mastering the dialogue within, we unlock the greatest victory of all, the victory over ourselves.